you're seeing this, then it's because you're meant to see this. And I know you've been working on healing this, whatever it is, for a long time, whether it be your finances, your body, your emotions, for a long time. And Spirit wants you to know, what does it look like, or is asking you, what would it look like for you to be healed? Because remember that we are already perfectly whole, and it might not feel like it, but it's an illusion, right? It is an illusion that you feel like you need to be healed of everything. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't do the work, but it's that you need to start simpler. You started very complicated with like the most complicated problems that you have, and it's really hard to work through it that way. You really have to find ease, and that means finding the easiest problem to solve and then working your way up. Okay. Um, and really, there are no problems, and we can get into that higher perspective. But we're on Earth. Uh, Either way, um, Spirit wants you to imagine, what does healing look like? What does it? What would it look like to you to be to be free of this? And that's what it is. It's not that you need to be fixed or healed, but you need to be. You want to be free. You want to be free, and it's hard to do that when you don't even know where to start. And you do this work and it only makes little changes, right? So, first of all, start with the body. The body is the most grounded part of your being. Everything else is higher vibration. You want to start with the densest vibration of things, because that way it, like a tree, it roots up and it goes toward the higher vibration, like the sun. The sun is very high vibration. Um, and it kind of it reminds me of this picture of the yang. So that's taking action. So, um, yeah, starting with your body, Feldenkrais is a movement technique, somatic movement also, and Buteyko breathing. These things are for humans, they work for humans, really maybe aliens too, I don't know. And if you're an alien, hi, come get me. Just kidding. But yeah, if you have a muscular and nervous system, then this is for you, because you need to regulate your nervous system in order to reach a higher vibration, to find the simpler place to start healing, and then you realize that it won't take long. You might still have shadow work to do, and that's fine, but it's not that it's hindering every part of your life anymore, right? And that's really, I think that's the imagine that you want, is that you don't want it to hinder you. You don't want this to be like something that makes you not be able to work well, or thinks something that gets you fired, or something that causes relationship problems, and you never can keep in a relationship or keep a friendship or all of that stuff. You want it to be something like normal, quote unquote, like something that you can deal with from day to day, that's not going to cause you undue suffering. And that's why, if we start with the body and find ease in the body, then we can find ease going up. And it's still going to be a process. Like, I'm still working on finding ease in the body, because my body has been in severe pain for a long time, but it's so much better. And as soon as I started getting better, so did my energy, so did my mind, so did my intuition, so did everything. And it's still progressing. And you know what? I can admit that maybe I haven't released something that could be very easy to release. But we are conditioned that way. In this 3D world, we are conditioned that way, that everything is supposed to be hard. And so we have these neural nets in our brain, they're physical structures in our brain that we have to go through. And now, about the healing. We just need to release. We need to learn how to release, and that starts with the body. That's where we were, right? So, Spirit, with the Book of Answers, this is a book that kind of does yes or no questions, and I already did part of this video, and there was no sound. So it's Mercury retrograde. What can you do? So we'll get answers again, and maybe they'll be the same, or maybe not. So, Spirit, will you tell us, is is the collective here, who are meant to be watching this, are they going to find ease and well-being in their mind, body, soul, finances anytime soon, anytime in the next few months? Do not leave because of this. I didn't say it. It says no. So, but that's only. I'm getting this. I'm getting this message. It's not no like absolutely not. It's no as in not if we continue down the same path. Again, Buteyko breathing, Feldenkrais, somatic movement. We need to start with the body. Stop over intellectualizing everything. The mind is not the healer of the the mind is not the healer of out of all of the being. The mind is not it. So remember that. Remember that. The mind can be the healer, but it really needs to be supported by the body. What if my lovelies here in the collective, decide to go body first and then work their way up and you know try to align their energy that way? It's going to be great. See, look what I said. Look what I said. It's going to be great. See, that's all it is. So really, like I know that people tell you all these different breathing techniques and this and that all the time, but I have been researching this and trying this and really trying to find things that work for human beings, like in general, for years. And even if you have some kind of disability, there's going to be a way for you to do it. It'll look a little different, but there'll be a way. And with Buteyko breathing, it's pretty much anybody can do that. If you can't move your arm, for example, you might need somebody to help you, but you could still do it without your hand, because you do this sometimes, but you don't have to. You could just hold your breath. So, anyway, seriously try those things. Let's get some other messages. I really like it doing these readings in my bed because it's easier. Some tea leaf messages, some other messages. I'm starting to hear a download, but I can't hear it very well. Hold on. Find the right way for you. Okay. Oh, that's right. Because each of those things that I mentioned, it's not that it's a static technique that is like that is the same for everybody. Each of these things helps you find the way your body works, right? So it's not just like you need to move this way and done. No, with Feldenkrais especially, you're doing these movements and you're doing them in the way that is most comfortable, most easy, most soft and gentle for you. So you're going to be moving in your own way, and in that way, you'll find ease. But you have to do it in the way that's for you. So you can't be watching the teacher too much. Like you have to really just listen to the teacher and do it as your body says. And that's hard for me because sometimes I'll do it really well and I'll do it like I'm supposed to, and then sometimes I get too focused on what the teacher is doing, and and then I don't find the ease. So, what else does the collective need to know? Sacral chakra. It's a big thing. I feel like everybody has a sacral issue these days. I get it all the time. Yesterday, I lit an orange candle, and I could definitely feel a difference today. It was amazing. Just like believing and knowing that and doing it makes a huge difference. Cobweb. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. Some of you are feeling a little bit vulnerable right now. So your angels are protecting you. If you, I don't know if you even know you have angels around you. Some of you really don't, but you do have angels around you. And if you didn't, now you do, because my angels are, ooh, they're very strong and they don't play around. And if there's somebody who needs help, they are more than willing to help them because, and this kind of goes a little deeper. Spiritual entities can multi-locate. You can multi-locate, actually, but not in the physical. But your soul can and does multi-locate. That means you can be in more than one place at a time, because we're all one. Now, spiritual beings do have, it's hard to say, it's not exactly ego like we know it, but it is self, as an ego self. So there's still a separation. They're not in the highest dimension. The highest dimension would just be like God or universe or whatever you want to call it, like spirit, and that is everything that encompasses all of us and everything and the entire universe, and that is that conscious entity. But one person one person did kind of insinuate that God was death one day, and it did like it it said something to me, but I don't know about that. I don't think it was the full picture, but I do know that there is a consciousness, but it's like it's it's not higher than us in the way that we think of God. It is like, well, if that's what you believe, then please keep believing that. I'm not trying to like convince you, but from what I gather, it's like this amalgamation of consciousness, and we are part of it, but the illusion makes us feel like we're not. So even the angels, even the higher dimensional beings, they have that illusion, but it's not so stark for them. They are still very aware of the oneness of everything. But anyway, they can multi-locate. They could be in 2 places at once or 3 million places at once. It doesn't really matter. So, Ant, work hard, or sorry, work achievements, success. See, I always tell people when I use these cars are not always nice to me. Sometimes they are very rude. Okay, they're very rude, and they're being so nice right now. So guys, if they're being nice, there's a reason for this. You're watching this for a reason, and they're saying nice things for a reason. I feel like some of you are getting a promotion. There's been some problems at work, and you feel like you're not getting anywhere with work, but actually you're going to get a promotion, and things are going to change a great deal for you. Some of you don't want that promotion though. Some of you actually want to change jobs, and because this job is soul sucking. So if you don't want the extra responsibility because you want to get a different job, you better start working on getting that job now or starting that business now, because it's going to be a harder choice the longer you wait. And if you take that extra responsibility, it's going to be a lot harder to get away from it, right? Unless you were born with the silver spoon in your mouth, and it doesn't matter. Parrot. Someone will gossip about all of your secrets. I don't know if that's literal. Okay, yes. If you are trying to start your own business um, or get a new job, don't tell anybody at your work. I have done that so many times. I tell on myself all the time. Oh my God. I don't do it as much these days. I still do it. I still do it. And it never works out for me. Like, nobody will shut their mouth, even your work bestie. Nobody will keep their mouth shut, especially if it's going to cause them inconvenience later. Just FYI. Carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. Okay. A great personal sorrow, teardrops. You're moving away from this great personal sorrow, right? People are trying to say that you are like, you don't have your shit together, that you are emotional wreck, they're saying you're doing stuff that you're not doing, like substances, like just not true. Because you're acting different, because you're having a spiritual awakening, because you're more emotional now, because your heart is open, and it's a very unfair position to be in. But you know what? You will show them eventually. You will. Disappointment in a friend or lover. Exactly. People are misjudging you, and they're talking about that, and you're gonna have to let this slide because it's really not your problem. They are jealous. They are jealous of you. Okay, and your guides are not happy with them, and they will get their. I don't like to say karma because that's not what karma is, but they'll get their karma in the colloquial sort of way. Okay, love is coming for some of you. Oh my gosh, I'm not getting it for everybody, but I am getting it for a good bit of you. Love is definitely coming for some of you. And for the ones who's not interested, it's even for you too. But there's a few that you're going to have to wait a little bit for love because you have something else in your path first. Maybe it is a career thing that you need to focus on, or school or something. We have Seahorse, family matters. Okay, so maybe the love thing is also, it could be that there's going to be a marriage in your family. Somebody's going to elope, is what I hear. Okay. Let's get, I was going to get the moon cards, but I'm having a good time with these. Oh, well, good moon cards and then we'll come back. What else does the collective need to know, Spirit? Speaking of that person that I said was delusional, I actually really like them, but I don't know why they treat me like they do. So, I just don't interact. But sometimes I watch. I guess I love punishment. I don't know. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Some of you just may be Taurus. But okay, you need to wrap this up. Whatever this is that you need to wrap up needs to be done by August 19th. If you're watching this whenever this video comes out. Even if it's the day after, though, I would say it would be the next full moon. So let's see, what's today? Today is the 16th. So if you're watching this on the 17th, then it could still be the 19th, but I think it's better to just say you need to wrap this up by the next full moon. Okay, not the 19th, the next one. Or maybe the next full moon in Taurus. Alexa, when is the next full moon in Taurus?
The next full moon will be on August 19th at 8:26 p.m.
Alexa, when is the next full moon in Taurus?
The next full moon will be on August 19th
Okay.
at 8:26 p.m.
Sorry. She's a little stupid. It's not her fault. She was born that way. So, the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. It is on my calendar. So, let's see. Full moon in Gemini, full moon in Taurus. Let's see when those are. Gemini. Uh-oh. Calendars. I'm going to spend approximately 30 seconds more doing this, and if I can't find it, then I'm going to give up. Okay. It doesn't actually say the sign that it's in. It just says like what's significant about it. So the next full moon is the sturgeon moon and the supermoon, which is very, very powerful. So whatever you're trying to release, whatever you're trying to release, you need to do those manifestations of release on that day. That would be a really good day to do it. Because full moons are about release, new moons are about manifestation, about bringing in. So, and if you did a manifestation for the 888 portal, I think there was a full moon at that, or sorry, a new moon at that time, then you're about to get it, baby. You're about to get your manifestation. And the answers you need are coming, yeah. So the answers about this work thing, like somebody's gonna tell you, somebody's gonna snitch on these people who've been talking shit, okay? Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. So I get there are some Leos here. And also, I almost feel like the Geminis are the ones who need the confidence. And what about the Leos? The Leos need the practical plan. The Tauruses are good. I think the Tauruses are good. So let's just do a few more cards and then we'll go. What else does the collective need to know, please, Spirit? Thank you for the messages so far. Big Preesh. Mending. Okay, so more of this healing thing, but this is more of like mending a relationship, especially 2244 on the clock there. So mending something within the family. There's a family situation that needs mending. Exchanging gifts. Okay, so maybe at Christmas. Okay, for some of you, you've had somebody who has not been part of your life that's in your family, and maybe you set boundaries with them, and that's perfectly okay. But maybe you just dropped off and just stopped talking to each other. Maybe you had a fight. But I feel like this is coming to a resolution around Christmas time or around whatever next time it is that you give gifts, if that's something that your family does. Um, Yeah, I really think it's that kind of, it's more practical, grounded sort of thing. It's not like a very spiritual. I mean, it is spiritual, but it's not like a super high perspective issue. Observer. Okay, being the observer. Mindfulness during the Feldenkrais activities is very important, but it's so much easier to be mindful when you do those things, and that's another thing. Mindfulness is very difficult if your body is out of whack. Okay, no place like home. Your body is your home. Okay, this is your home right here. So like you must have it aligned. Look how it's standing straight up. That's right now. I'm really trying to figure out because I don't want to tell you all about my health problems, but it's like it's a little hard to feel some areas, especially if you have chronic pain. You know what I'm saying, and so it's hard to be straight because then it turns into a strain. So that's definitely for me too. Like I feel like anybody who has these issues with posture, with alignment, um, being mindful of the little things. That's what I'm getting. Being mindful of the little like subtleties of each area of your body. Then you'll start. Okay, all right, that's a good message. Then you'll start um, being able to put it together, and things will light up. The nerves will start working better. Not a doctor. So, any other messages for my beautiful collective? I love the energy here. I love it. Wow, really, some of y'all are. I'm really thankful that you're here because you, honestly, as an empath, you just made me feel a lot better than I was feeling. That's amazing. Okay. And don't worry, I don't believe I'm a vampire. I think people would have told me that by now. I think I just duplicate the emotion rather. I think we all can be vampires at times. That came up for a reason. I think we all can be vampires at times. So be mindful of what you're putting on other people. Don't allow yourself to put too much on to others, as in your emotional like stuff. Um, if they are willing and open for it, then yeah, you can vent. But just you know, like you have to express yourself, but at the same time, you really have to be mindful of the fact that people can't always deal with everything because they have their own stuff. So you're kind of, it's like you wouldn't want that either, right? And also, and this is the same for you. Like if somebody is packing on the emotional like baggage onto you, you need to set some boundaries gently. Because maybe you are okay with them venting, you just don't want them to like vent everything. And there are certain things that you really don't want them to vent, so just set those boundaries with them, and maybe they can find somebody else to vent, or they can write, and vice versa. Justice. Okay, so it's just saying that everything I said was right. No, I'm just kidding. Um, Partly, but I think that there is going to be a justice served here. Something is no longer okay with your guides right now. Your guides are really upset about something, not with you, but with somebody else who's keeping you stuck. Okay, who's trying to keep you stuck somewhere. This is not okay. They're saying this is not okay. These people do not deserve this. These viewers do not deserve this. And it is partly your mind that is keeping you, but it's because somebody is drilling this into you, and it's back to the ABUSE. I don't know if it might have been in the first video that I did that I didn't have any sound, that we talked about that, but there is that energy here that somebody's been dealing with that, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop. It cannot continue, and you already know that. So you need to put an end. Death. Wow. Wow. You need to put an end to this ABUSC, okay? I know it's easier said than done. I understand that. and I think this is mental. But I feel like setting boundaries, once again, is going to do something. It's this person may be unreasonable, but setting certain boundaries is going to compute more than you think it will. And then after that, if that doesn't work, then you know what to do. You got to separate yourself. But this cannot continue. It's getting to you. It's going to affect your health. It's not going. You're not going to DIE, but it will affect your health if you allow this person to keep doing this, because we have no choice but to be affected by somebody who is constantly honest like that. Like, we can have energetic boundaries with people who we're not constantly with, who are not our partners, who are not really important to us. But when somebody important to us is constantly badgering us in a negative way or making us feel bad, that is not okay, okay? And you need to love yourself more than allowing this to happen. Page of Voices. I got child ABUSE. So if that, there might be a revelation in your family. And trigger warning. I'm so sorry. I should have said that before. I think that, if that was something you experienced, then the person may be unalive, and you might be free of this. And I don't know. I'm so sorry that came up. Again, I'm channeling, so I don't really choose what I channel, but I do ask Spirit to respect my boundaries about that. Thank you. I'm very sorry about that. Queen of Inspiration. Okay, they said okay. Four of Voices. Yeah. See, this is boundaries. Four of Voices. It can be rest as well, but the four is like a boundary, and the voices is like what you say, so it's a boundary. Being confident in the ways that you need to get rest. So being confident in your meditations. Yeah. Like knowing that you can meditate. It's not that you can't. It's that's an illusion. Again, you can meditate, but people say that your mind is supposed to be quiet. That is not what it's supposed to be. It is just supposed to be like, this woman explained it so well. Like you just notice every time that your thoughts go astray. And even if you do that twice in 30 minutes meditation or whatever, that is more than you did the first time. And then next time you'll do 3 times. And sometimes it'll go back and forth, but it will always be better. And Yair Sagi is a great meditation teacher, and he will help you do it much faster because he does it with energy, and the energy just, it goes through. It is so good. I mean, it just has changed everything for me. Ace of Materials, yeah, a lot of you are getting a new job. Okay. Let's get tea leaves just really quickly because we're at the end of here. But anything else that my darlings with good energy here, I just felt some people leave, sorry. Need to know. Wall, misunderstanding, okay. I also get boundaries again. Dang, lots of boundaries. But misunderstanding, okay. Rat, someone working, some people feel like somebody is working behind your back, but they're really not. There's been a big misunderstanding here. So if that resonates with you, then try to meditate on that, because you really need to use your intuition with that. Okay. Tower is not like the tower in the tarot. It's like the opposite. Solid foundation, success with effort. Okay. So y'all are getting this new abundance. Y'all are getting this new job. Y'all are getting this new business and handled. Y'all are getting this healing handled if you follow the instructions that Spirit sent to me or to you. If you want to channel your own healing or go to your own therapist, but I beg of you to start with your body. I know there's people here that especially are that's going to be really important for, and Spirit has just been super adamant about me telling people that. Okay, well. have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful night. I love you. Thanks for watching. Bye.